watching the award-winning GHS-TV, a nationally recognized student television station.
Red Devil fans, we are back. This week bringing you another adrenaline-rushing game under the Friday night lights here at Ken Netherland Stadiums. I'm Calvin Nicholson.
And I'm Darian Branch. It's homecoming week, so everyone is filled with Red Devil spirit as our 5-0 team takes on another undefeated team, Memphis Central.
That's right. Two of the top 5 undefeated teams in the Memphis area are going to be tested tonight, and only one will come out with an untarnished record. If you cannot already tell tonight, we have someone else on the desk with us today, all the way from Austin Peay State University, GHS alumni and guest sports commentator Dylan Walton. So excited to have you tonight.
I appreciate you guys for having me, man. I'm honored. I'm blessed to be here. It's Friday night underneath the lights. We have 2 undefeated teams, like you guys said, and I can't be more than happy. I'm glad I got the call, and, you know, it's going to be a good night of football, guys, so I'm ready to see what we got on the field tonight.
All right, thank you, Dylan. Now let's send it out to Rachel on the field. Hey, Rachel.
Hey guys, the Red Devils are looking forward to continuing their winning streak with another win tonight. They are feeling fueled after the win against Lausanne last week. The teams were tied at the start of the second half. With 8:52 left on the clock and Germantown up by 6, a Lausanne wide receiver went in from the 11 for a TD and field goal to go up 35-34. Then, with 1:23 left, quarterback Jordan Shelton scrambled for a key first down. Running back Larry Johnson helped Germantown take the lead with a 13-yard touchdown run with only 29 seconds left. Lausanne tried to march down the field, but Wisconsin commit Dijuba delivered the final blow, sacking the Lausanne quarterback as time expired. It was a thrilling victory last week, and this game is expected to be great too. Kickoff is in a few minutes, so I'm going to send it back to y'all in the studio.
Thank you, Rachel. Let's get into tonight's starting lineup. We're going to start with our offensive line. We have a few changes. Starting at quarterback, going to be Jordan Shelton, sophomore, 6'1", 185 pounds.
Larry Johnson, running back, junior, 5'9", 160 pounds.
Jeremiah Taylor, running back, sophomore, 5'10", 160 pounds.
Marlon Heyman, wide receiver, senior, 6'2", 190 pounds.
Laquan Higginbottom, wide receiver, junior, 6'1", 175 pounds.
Jameen Bean, wide receiver, senior, 5'10", 160 pounds.
Gary Love, left tackle, sophomore, 6'3", 233.
Jeremiah Robinson, linebacker, defensive line, senior, 6'2", 238 pounds.
William Cobbins, offensive line, junior, 6'1", 230.
Alex Knowles, offensive line, sophomore, 6'2", 315 pounds.
Andre Amos, offensive line, senior, 6'4", 325. All right, I want to get into our defensive line. I'm excited about them tonight. There's a couple of changes out there. Starting at our defensive line, we have Raylan Harris, defensive end, junior, 6'3", 245.
Nicholas Clark, defensive line, senior, 6 foot, 255 pounds.
Brandon McKinney, defensive line, sophomore, 5'10", 305 pounds.
Diju Ba, defensive line, senior, 6'3", 265.
Peyton Ballard, linebacker, junior, 5'11", 185 pounds.
Corbin Lynch, linebacker, senior, 5'9", 170 pounds.
Aaron Bailey, cornerback, sophomore, 5'9", 165 pounds.
Jerrison Parker, cornerback, freshman, 5'9", 160 pounds.
Jacob Jones, defensive tackle, senior, 6 foot, 295.
Malik Mason, safety, sophomore, 6'2", 185 pounds.
Malik Dean, wide receiver, junior, 6'2", 180 pounds. All right, there's going to be some changes out here tonight, guys. Of course, we're missing Darian Rogers. We're missing a lot of our strong key seniors that we're used to. So let's talk about that today. We had the opportunity to talk to Coach Jean earlier today. So I want to hear some of what you guys heard. What did you guys get out of that? And you know, dealing with this change of roster, how are you guys prepared for tonight? What are you guys seeing? Come on, Dylan.
First?
Yes,
okay,
goes first.
Goes first. Talking to Coach Jean was amazing earlier today. He gave us a lot of insight, a lot of energy, a lot of attitude. You know, that's what he comes with, that bravado that he comes with. But his big idea for tonight's game is development. He thinks his team is not well prepared enough to go into November. He wants to make sure he can count on any and everybody at any given moment. So that's why we're seeing these different changes at all facets: offensive line, defensive line, linebackers, defensive backs, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends. Everything is shifted because if you don't know when your time is coming, you need to be prepared at any given time. And when else can you be prepared for homecoming night? I mean, come on, the lights are the brightest they've ever been. I mean, everybody's watching. We're live on YouTube. So, I mean, this is going to be one of the biggest, brightest lights you'll be under all season long until playoff time. So Coach Jeans wants to see what his team is coming with.
Darian, what's your take on it?
Yeah, basically what he said. You know, Coach Jean said he wants to have everybody prepared for November because that's when playoffs start. He wants to make sure everybody prepared. If somebody goes down, somebody can step up, take their spot. Do the same thing they did.
And you know, I just do want to mention this. This is not our region. They're 5A. We're 6A. So this game doesn't really matter to us. But of course, as Coach Jean always tells us, if they're on the schedule, they're in our way. Yes. So therefore, we have to come home tonight and cover this win. It's homecoming. There's a lot of emotions in the air, of course. Our homecoming court is happening during halftime. I'm excited about that, to see our newly crowned queen. So I'm just excited about tonight. But I do want to talk a little bit about this readiness, because of course some people may think just because they're not in our region that we're laying back. They're leaning back on things. So can you tell us, how do you think that the team, what are your goals for tonight? Dylan, you're going to go first because you're our guest. But I do want to know, what do you think? What are your hopes for tonight? What would you like to see?
I mean, for the main thing, you never want to lose on homecoming. You never. I've been a part of 3 homecomings here, and to my knowledge, I think we were 2-1. And I'm pretty sure we won my senior night, and that's when you always want to win. Mm-hmm. You always want to win for the seniors. I know our quarterback Robbins is a senior as well. You never want to lose on homecoming night. That's not going to be a fun after party. That's not going to be fun. So you always want to get that win, and the regions really don't matter, because just because they're not in the region, the same city, same state, that doesn't mean you want to lose. Coach Jean is not preparing this team just because they're not in our region. Yeah, you know what? We're just going to throw whoever, whenever out there, and we're just going to have fun and play. No, Coach Jean wants to win. He doesn't prep all week long just to lose. The team doesn't go out to practice Monday, Tuesday. They doesn't lift every single morning or stay late after school just to lose. So, I mean, they're coming prepared, and they're coming to take down these Indians.
We'll also have Hall of Fame coaches Harold Cagle and Goldie Terrell. Activities tip off at 2 p.m. tomorrow with the halftime game that the crowd can participate in. Tickets are only $10. There will be a performance by former cheer and pom girls.
We have Kavius Reckett, Darian Rogers, Andre Amos, and Diju Ba are our game captains. Kavius and Darian are sitting out tonight, guys. Even though they're not playing, they're still our game captains, but they're sitting out tonight. Darian, can you speak to that just for a moment?
Well, as Coach Jean stated, that both players got injured. I believe Kavius with an upper body, and as you can see, Darian Rogers with a foot injury. Both of those players will not be playing tonight, but we will have some leaders that will step up.
Now, Coach Jean did say there is a possibility to see Kavius, just a possibility if push come to shove, that we may see some of them. But our game captains are now heading out on the field to do our coin toss. And just for a moment, I want to talk a little bit about our last Lausanne game, just for a moment if you can. Our defensive was our downfall there. After speaking with Coach Jean, we all came on with the agreement of our defensive being our downfall there. So I want to say for just a moment, talking to Coach Thacker, our defensive line, he most definitely said that we should be hearing a lot better then.
All right, gentlemen,
and now our game captains are out preparing for the coin toss.
My name is Mr. Hyper. I'll be y'all's referee tonight. This is Mr. Taylor. He'll be the umpire with you tonight. We will be up around the line of scrimmage all night long tonight. I tell this all the time to everybody. You guys are the captains, and you're the leaders of your team, so we need your help with sportsmanship and from your teams at all times, okay? So if there's a problem, we look for you guys to handle that for us, all right? Good deal. All right, coin toss. That is heads, that is tails. You're the visiting team, you're going to do the coin toss, all right? So that's heads, that's tails. What's going to be your call? Tails? All right, tails it is. I'm going to flip it. If I drop it, we'll do it again. And it is tails. You won the toss. The You're going to defer? All right, hang on 1 second. You're ahead of me. Hang on. Similar to what the policy will defer. You guys are going to want the ball. Which way you want to kick it that way, right? You want to kick toward the board? All right, gentlemen, if you'll come right over there and face me this way, you guys come right over here and face the scoreboard. Germantown will receive the ball on this end. All right, fellas.
All right, now we've just got back from the coin toss. Central deferred. They won the coin toss. They deferred the ball, which gives Germantown the starting ball, and will be starting on offense tonight. Once again, it's homecoming. Wherever the emotions are in the air, the excitement are feel. Like I said, with the change in lineup, the starting lineups. You know, I'm excited to see what these new players. We have a freshman in the game. I'm excited to see what these new players bring to the table. So just for a moment, like I said, I want to speak to a little bit of volumes from our Lausanne game. That was our most recent game. We haven't been on the desk in 2 weeks, so there's a lot to catch up on. But the most recent is our Lausanne game. We did win that game. We are still undefeated, but our problem was our defensive. Oh, the Red Devils are making their way out on the field now for an exciting and explosive homecoming game. Our Red Devils are making their way out on the field. You can see Coach Gene Robinson there. He's with the man with the master plan. Hammer's out there with his hammer. We are excited about tonight. It's homecoming. What better way to start it off with an explosive entrance?
Yeah, so back to what I was saying about the Lausanne game. Yes, our offense, they were moving the ball. They were very explosive, as Coach Gene always states. They have a very much explosive offense. But on the defensive side, they did start off a little slow, but Coach spoke to them second half. Second half came, they stepped up. They slowed Lausanne down. They kept them to only score one time, I believe.
Yep. And I just believe sometimes you got to play all three levels of football. Sometimes the offense has to help out the defense has to help out the offense, and then special teams is like this sticky glue sometimes and brings everything all together. So hopefully Coach Gene and the team can find their rhythm here today and play 4 quarters of good football.
And speaking to play what we like to call here, Dylan, Germantown football. We like to call it Germantown football with our be-ready attitude. Our starting lineup on offense have now made their way onto the field, preparing for the opening kickoff.
Seems like Central is now ready to kick the ball off at their 40-yard line to kick to Germantown. See what our offense has for us for the first drive.
I mean, we had a kickoff return against Lausanne just last week, so I'm expecting this special teams to come out very explosive, try to put their offense in very good positions here. You want to get into their own territory right around that 50-yard line, 40, 50, somewhere around there where you can set your offense pretty good, and that way you can play off the ball. You can run the ball. We have tremendous running backs. We have tremendous receivers, and that way you allow them to not have to stretch the field out so long. You can really just dink and dunk and get your way to an easy 3-point field goal without really having to work hard on the first possession of the game. So hopefully this special teams can open that up for this first homecoming sequence.
I'm excited. The ball is out. Ball is up.
Seems like we have a touchback now. Germantown will get the ball at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for Germantown.
Yep, I'm expecting this offense to, now that they're in their own 20 at the 20-yard line, to just be methodical here. You don't have to rush anything. You don't have to force anything. You just want to be methodical. Take your time and let's walk down the field and let's see what this Central Indian defense is really about. Because when you go 10 to 12 plays and walk down the field, that's demoralizing to a defense, especially when you come on the first drive of the game. So this first drive will set the tone for all 3 levels of the game.
And one thing Coach Gene always says when it comes down to our quarterbacks is take care of the ball. So I want to see tonight, does Jordan Chilton really take care of that ball and scores our first touchdown?
Our Germantown breaks out the huddle with 2 running backs in the backfield, a tight end and 2 wide receivers. Seems like the ball is handed off to Larry Johnson. He goes up the middle and goes about 5 yards. 2nd and 5 for Germantown at the 25-yard line.
Yep, that's not a bad run. That's normally how you like to start off with 1st and 10, get a cool 5 yards in, break the halfway point, and now you have 2nd and manageable, which opens up the offensive playbook.
It seems like we have a no-huddle offense. They'll come back the same formation. Ball is snapped, handed off to Larry Johnson again, and he goes up the A-gap once again. 1st down for Germantown at the 32-yard line.
Yep, it's going to be a war inside the trenches right here, Calvin and Darian.
And let's look back at this really quickly, guys.
Yep, there you go. You see the running back pushing up the hole. And shout out to the offensive linemen. That's where the game will be won. We have some big boys up front. They eat good and they work out and they lift heavy. So when they pushing forward for their running backs, they know how to make a hole for them.
Shelton drops back. He throws it to Dean, and Dean, he makes one miss, and he is down. Great move there by Dean to make one defender miss, and he gains about 5 yards there.
Let's take a look back at that. Dylan, what are you seeing tonight?
Right now, I'm seeing quick actions, quick movements. You see the quarterback is getting the ball out to the flat right here, and he's just making a play. You let your playmakers, you give them open space, and you let them do what they do best, and that's play football. And right there, that was a good play, and he moved the chains, and another first down, and a quick first down, 60 seconds into the game, but it seems to be coming back.
Oh, the ref did just call a flag, pushing us back 15 yards.
Seems like now second and about 25, I would say, to go for Germantown. Seems like we had a holding call there. Germantown comes back with 2 running backs in the backfield, 2 wide receivers at the tight end. Shelton gets it. And he fights for about 3 yards there. He fights for about 3 yards there. Ball is placed at the 25-yard line now. 3rd, and I'll say about 15 for Germantown.
Yep. Not really understanding that play call there. Want to mix up the run with the option. The quarterback just did not have the right read there. Those defensive ends for Central played it well. They knew a run was coming to some degree, so they contained those edges and played those middle gaps, and it was really nowhere for the quarterback to go, and if it was handed off to the running back, he was also going to be stuffed in the hole as well. So they seems to have a tough series right here.
Seems like we have a heavy formation, Larry and Bean in the backfield. Seems like we have a handoff to Bean, and he is stopped right in the backfield, 19-yard. He is stopped at the 19-yard line.
Let's look back at that real quick, guys. Dylan, what are you quite seeing here?
We're sticking to the run a lot heavier here. We're behind the chains pretty far, and that seemed to be a face mask or a horse collar to some degree. Didn't see a yellow flag touch the field, so it seems to be a no call from the referees. But that was a very aggressive up top tackle, and I'm surprised no flag was thrown on the field there. But the Red Devils now, it seems to be in a passing situation. Want to see them spread out those wide receivers. They have 6'2" receivers. They have big body receivers. So let's target some of those receivers downfield, and let's get some easier, manageable 3rd downs.
Seems like now it's 3rd and long for Germantown. Ball is placed at the 21-yard line. Shelton is under center. He snaps it. He fakes the handoff. He looks. He throws it to number 15, Heyman, and Heyman tries to make one defender miss, and he is down at the 15-yard line. Loss of yards there by Heyman.
Yep. I mean, he really didn't have anywhere to go. Like I just said, these short plays are not really gaining any type of momentum. It seems to be a secure type of play calling in this first sequence. I mean, you had 2 good runs to open up the possession, but back-to-back screen passes or try to play action off of that didn't seem to work in that first sequence. The Central Indians, their defensive line is on one accord right now, containing those edges and not allowing the playmakers of the Red Devils to get out in the open field and make a play.
And, just because, and I want to mention this, just because they're a 5A team, to be honest with you, they're playing really good right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you
really
want to start off, Calvin. I mean, defense wins championships. So both of these teams look to play very hard on the defensive side of the ball. So we see a special teams mistake here. It was a tip punt, and the Central Indians will have a perfect field position to open it up for their first sequence of the game.
It will be 1st and 10 for Central, and ball will be placed at the 38-yard line.
I'm expecting Central to come out here. They're basically guaranteed 3 points here. I mean, they're at, let's say, 37-ish, somewhere around there, 38, 37. They're in prime field goal range if they have a good kicker with a good boot on them. Right now, you see them in the gun formation, so it seems to be they might want to go in that air raid attack pretty early, may set up the run with that, then boom, throw it overhead top on pass.
It seems like he's going to throw it to the running back, and it is caught. He is striding up the sideline, and he gets hit out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. Great first play there by Central.
Great first play. Quick action, boom, throw it to the flat, and you let them run up the sideline. Great downfield blocking from Central. The offensive linemen, they're moving, they're agile, they're moving upfield, blocking those 2nd and 3rd level defenders. Just easy first play from Central.
And there's possibility, just looking at the emotions out on the field today, there's a possibility Central is close to making their first touchdown in the game.
Yep.
It seems like Central now comes out in twin formation. The quarterback looks right, and he throws it short to number 5, and he gains about 5 to 7 yards down. Great. Central is starting they're going very slow.
And I just want to take a look at that. Dylan, if you can just Give us your point of view.
I mean, very meticulous. 7-yard curl route, sit down, catch the ball, secure it first, as you see number 5 do it there. Secure it first, then go after the yards after catch, and that was easy. I mean, they're moving pretty easily, and like I said, to open up the sequence, look like they want to attack these DBs early. Coach Gene said that the eyes of their defensive backs is going to be a key focus for their defense.
Seems like they're going to come back in twins formation. Quarterback, he rolls out left and he pitches it to the running back number 9, and he makes one miss, and he is going up the sideline, and he scores.
Let's take just a look back at that there for 1 second. And he, just by a hair, it has not yet been called whether it's been counted or not, and whether his touchdown is.
Seems like the ball, he is short of the end zone. So it would be 1st and goal for Central. Ball is placed at the 1-yard line.
I mean, yeah, they're playing a great, excellent offense right now. Like I said earlier, guys, they are in prime position to put any type of points on the board. And they're playing east to west right now. They're getting out in open space. Everything, once you go left and right, everything is up from their own. You don't really have to fight for any extra yards. And that's what we're seeing, just playing east and west football and allowing their speed guys to make speed plays.
Seems like now Central comes back out with the 2 running back formation. He pitches out left, and number 9 gets it, and he scores.
And he scores. Touchdown, Central Indians.
Yep, not a good look for the Germantown Red Devils opening up position. Just bad defensive lining up right there. You see, they've been at the Warriors. I'm sorry, I've been saying the innings. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. But they've been playing. They stretching out that defense. They're making these defensive linemen just run and go chase them down. And defensive linemen, they're not known for their track speed.
It seems like now Central is coming in field goal, ready to kick. And it's up, and he dinks it, and he misses.
And it's no good. I'm going to be honest with you. Starting off tonight, it's really, it's sad to see. The Red Devils starting at homecoming. Let's look back at that again for their kickoff in the field goal, and it's not good. Just seeing that the Central Warriors coming out, they already have 6 points on the board. It's 7 minutes and 18 seconds into the first quarter. So I want to see, can the Red Devils and will the Red Devils recover from this? It's homecoming. This is not the time to fumble the ball.
No, it's not. But one thing that you got luck on your side on your home field is that he shanked the first field goal of the game. I mean, you normally don't see that. I mean, you got an easy touchdown. Normally you get an easy point after. But he just booted it. He topped it off his foot. I mean, maybe he's wearing the wrong cleats. Maybe he got his big brother cleats on or something like that. I mean, he just completely shanked it off the goal line. So, I mean, great sign from Germantown. You didn't give up 7 points. So we look to see, can they capitalize here on their second possession?
The ball is kicked and picked up by Bean. Bean, he looks and he finds an opening, and he goes to the outside, makes one miss, and he's still moving, and he's still pushing. Ball is placed. He seems like he goes down between the 36 and the 37-yard line.
Let's look back at that for just a moment.
Great vision here from the kick returner. He's just moving and grooving throughout the trenches, and he's finding a way to get in and out. And he put his team in great field position around that 35, 40-yard line. And hopefully we can see the Red Devils capitalize on their mistakes. A lot of runs, a lot of far-fetched behind-the-line plays. You never want to start the play 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and that's what we've seen a lot in that first sequence.
Sometimes, just to take advantage of the Red Devils taking advantage of their own mistakes.
Shelton, he pitches it left to Bean. Bean, he gets it, and he is stopped right at the 36-yard line.
I mean, he's finding a way to get in. Another play behind the line of scrimmage, and now you have to fight for the equal amount of yards that you've already lost. So there's no positive plays here. We're not pushing the ball downfield or forward. And right now it's causing us just to have these second and longs, these third and longs, and you never want to have long field positions. You always want your second down, third down to be 2nd and 7, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 3, something manageable, and get the chains moving.
And I would say good return by Bean. He's just been back 2 games.
Like Shelton is under center now with 2 running backs in the backfield. Like he fakes the pitch and hands it off to Larry, and there he goes up the middle, and he is striding up the side. He makes one miss, and he is running past the 20, past the 10. Touchdown,
Germantown. Germantown Red Devils have officially redeemed themselves. They have redeemed themselves, making their first touchdown of this great homecoming game. The score is 6-6 with 6 minutes and 8 seconds left on the clock. Let's look back at this. You see,
Great play call from Coach Gene. You see Larry Johnson, he gets it off the fake handoff, inside pitch, and boom, he just used that track speed. And that's Usain Bolt speed right there, ladies and gentlemen. Once he seen the hole, he put the burners on, and next thing you know, he was in the end zone.
and of course, Hammer's out there with his favorite, Coach Gene's 2-point conversion. That was a 64-yard touchdown there. I want to mention that he captured 64 yards.
Seems like we're going to throw it up, and it is incomplete.
It's incomplete.
Incomplete there.
Seems to be a flag. Not really sure on what it was, but it seems to be negated at the moment. But not really sure of why you want to go for 2. I mean, that's an easy way to tag on 7 there, take the extra point and knock it down. You would have had to lead up 1, and then now you could have played the game of numbers, could have took a field goal. Now you have a 4-point lead. You know, football is all about inches, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know, never watch the sport of football. Football is all about inches. I mean, 1 inch can go from 4th and inches or 1st and 10. And it's all about that. So, I mean, to give up a free point there, I understand Coach Gene, he likes to go, and to see him just give up a free point early off after a mistake and an easy score from Central, I mean, not really what I wanted to see, but it's all okay. 6 minutes into the first quarter, we have a tie game.
Yep, and back into our defense, Calvin. What are we expecting from them this drive?
I'm expecting our defense to redeem themselves. Of course, Coach Gene said, talking to Coach Thacker, they put in the work. He said that we've corrected our mistakes. So I want to see our defense redeem themselves from this last game.
Seems like Hammer, he boots it, and it drops right in between the 10 and the 15-yard line. Number 5, he finds the middle, and he is down at the 13-yard line. Great tackle there by our Germantown defense.
Number 5, Christopher Workings. If I'm not mistaken, Christopher Workings is like a Swiss Army knife for Central. He can play kick returner. He can play quarterback. He can play wide receiver. Almost like a Travis Hunter-esque type of player as we see him all over the field. So I wouldn't be surprised if Central, the Warriors, brought out some type of special package to kind of throw us off. I mean, when you have so many Swiss Army players that can line up on the outside or run the ball or even throw the ball downfield, your defense has to stay 10 toes down and be focused, laser focused. And Coach Gene spoke about that, wants to be laser focused at all times.
Germantown has 1 running back in the backfield, sends a man in motion. Quarterback rolls out left, and he is looking to the left, and he throws it. Great pass to the number 12 by number 4. First down for Central there. Ball is placed at the 30-yard line.
Let's look back at this for just a moment, Dylan.
I mean, easy play, fake handoff, roll out. You find your nearest receiver right there. And great catch by the receiver there near the outside boundary. He's near there, and nice way to put both feet down and secure the ball. And the quarterback lofted right over the defender's head. Just a perfect play right there from Central.
Like they're going twin formations again with a running back. He hands it off to the running back up the A gap, and he is down. Great 2-yard gain there by Central.
Yep, Central right now they're working. Now they're getting down the field. They're staying busy. What you want to do, you want to mix it up. You see that on the first play, they had the fake rollout. Now, boom, you come with a run straight down the middle. Next thing, now you don't know. The defense now is playing guessing. Everything is reactionary for them. And right now they're on the toes, and this is a manageable second down. You're 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7, and now you're able to work within your playbook. And Germantown may not know what's coming next.
Like they're coming back with a twin formation, but not stacked. They fake it. Quarterback rolls out right, and he throws it toward the sideline, and it is dropped by number 5.
Yep, like I just said, he's their Swiss Army knife, and he came up short right there. As you can see on this replay right here, perfect rollout from the quarterback, perfect, good spiral. It was just a little too far-fetched. He tried to slide and be kind of fancy with the catch, but he could not corral it. I mean, the defense was subpar there, but I mean, you'll take a good luck sign, and now it's on the 3rd down.
So yeah, now it will be third and I would say 7 to go for Central here. Ball is placed at the 33-yard line. Seems like they're going to come back out with a 2 running back formation with 2 wide receivers on the left side and 1 on the right side. quarterback, he fakes the handoff once again. Seems like we have
It seems right now for there to be a possible flag. No, seems like there was a flag on the play here. The flag was called on the Central Warriors for false start. There was a false start, their first false start of the game actually. False starting on the Central Warriors here, which is going to push them about 5 to 10 yards back.
And that's perfect. Right after an incomplete pass, you push them down. If I'm not mistaken, it was second down. So now it makes it second and long, and that's a perfect situation for Germantown defense to wreak havoc.
Seems like they're going to fake it once again, and he throws it great to number 12, and he makes one miss, and he is down right at about the 38-yard line.
If I misspoke there, it was third down, so there was a big third down play for the Red Devils, and they came up almost short there. They allowed the Warriors to get out into some space. The quarterback right now is making the perfect reads, and their playmakers are just finding little niches within these gaps to get these little extra yards, but they are just a hair short. I want to say it looks like about 1.5 yards, 2 yards short of the first down chain, and it seems to be that they will be punting the ball off, but Coach Gene, he specialized today that we should expect trick plays. You never know that, what Central may have up their sleeve, and as we see, someone may be calling the timeout as the referee is waving off.
It's going to be an official timeout.
Now, maybe want to talk things over. Like I just said, Coach Gene is expecting a trick play, and that's exactly what you want to see from your head coach. He felt something in his gut and called the timeout immediately to get his team ready. Hey, guys, this is what they like to do in this situation. This is what they like to do in that situation. Or whoever's lined up in a particular formation can give off any type of trick play. So great timeout from head coach Gene and getting his team prepared.
Robinson's good at what he does.
Yeah,
and as you
he's
can
really
hear,
good.
the horns are out. The battle of the bands are taking place as well. As you know, the Central Warriors got kicked out of Mumford on last Friday, and they all bought tickets and came back in with kazoos. So I'm excited to see them out tonight as well. Our own band director studied under the Central band director, so I'm pretty sure some fillers out there, not only on the court, not only on the field as well.
Oh yeah, the band is the biggest thing out, and it seems to be Central is going for it on 4th and 2, and there seems to be another stoppage of play.
It seems right now we have took a hold. That is now going to be a timeout on Germantown's behalf. That last one was going to be Central. Coach Gene has officially called his first timeout of the game. But like I said, just to get back on the band topic, we love a battle of the bands. We love a battle on the field as well. So it's a lot of tight things going on. A lot of battles going out tonight. I'm excited to see the Central band. Like I said, our band director, Mr. Thompson, studied under the Central band director. So it's a protege. It's same like Whitehaven and us when we battle Whitehaven. Coach Gene went to Whitehaven. Coach Gene studied at Whitehaven as well. So it's most definitely a battle tonight.
One thing about Memphis is always good music around. It's always good music. We have a lot of history when it comes to music, so I'm sure these bands will get to going and get to blowing once the game gets close.
4th and short here for Central. They're coming out of timeout, ready to get this first down here. Ball is snapped, handed off to. Oh, actually, they're stopped right behind the line of scrimmage. Great job there by Germantown defense.
I mean, beautiful, beautiful aggression. They came out as soon as the ball was hiked, ran through the center line, that front line of Central, and just look at that, stuffing the gap. There's nowhere to go. The quarterback and the running back were just not on the same page, and that allowed the defensive line for Germantown to just beat up on the quarterback, sling him down to the ground, and get the ball back in beautiful field position.
And I'm glad to see this, Dylan. Germantown defense playing Germantown football.
Yep.
They're redeeming themselves. They're playing true Germantown aggressive football.
Yep. You give up a score in the first possession. Now you set up your offense with beautiful, beautiful field position.
Like first and 10 for Germantown here. Shelton is under center. Seems like he hands it off to Jeremiah Taylor. Jeremiah Taylor fumbles it, and it is recovered by Central. Great.
Let's look back at that for just a moment. This is once again another time of Central taking advantage of our mistakes.
Oh man, that was something to see right there. I mean, you set yourself up beautiful execution to walk down the field and potentially put up at least 3 points, and then you walk away with 0 all in a matter of 30 seconds. I mean, that is just completely unacceptable, and I can just imagine the words that the offensive coordinator and head coach Gene are saying right now after just blowing it up within 30, 40 seconds. So just completely unacceptable from the Red Devils opening up after getting 4 downs.
Seems like now it would be 1st and 10, and ball will be on the 40-yard line. Quarterback, he fakes the handoff, and he is looking. He rolls out right, and throws it towards the sideline, and seems like it was an incomplete pass there. 2nd and 10 for Central now.
Yep, they have to find a way to contain this quarterback, keep him within the pocket and not allowing him to roll out. It seems to be that that's the game plan for Central. Get out of the pocket, then let's make plays. Let's get into this scramble drill. Let's get into some long field passes, anything of that type of nature. But right now, Germantown has to find a way to contain the quarterback, because you let the quarterback run loose, then everybody else gets running buck wild. And there's nothing you want to see on the defensive side of the ball for Germantown.
And one thing is Central quarterback Brooks Wright has a great arm, I would say. You see right now.
He throws a screen, and Hammer stops it. Great play there by Hammer. He read the quarterback. He found the screen, read the play, took control.
Yep. And just look back at this for just a moment here. We see Central quarterback immediately. He throws it. Hammer takes him down with ease. Hammer takes down number 9 with ease.
And not to discredit Hammer, he made a great play on the receiver, but talk about the free runner running at the quarterback. Didn't get a chance to catch who it was, but he went totally unblocked, and he created the havoc on the play there. He was the one that made the quarterback flustered, allowed him to throw a pass that was a little too bit above the receiver's head, and boom, that allowed Hammer to lay the hammer. I mean, it's easier said than done.
Most definitely. And I'm starting to see, just on the field tonight, Central has most definitely some leadership out there.
Oh, yes,
there's some leadership.
Definitely.
Leadership on both ends, but Central is showing that there's some chemistry out there. There's another fake handoff there.
He throws it over the top, and he seems like and it was an incomplete pass dropped there by the cornerback. Seemed like that was number 17, Corbin Lynch.
I mean, as you can see, it was a plethora of red jerseys around that ball right there. And, I mean, whoever came up with it would have been the superstar of that possession right there. So shouts out to the defense for holding it down for the offense after making a quick turnover. And, you know, hopefully this offense for Germantown can come back on the field and get some things going, because it's been a very slow start to this first quarter, despite Johnson, the running back, breaking off for a 64-yard touchdown early in this first quarter.
The score is now 6-6. We are at a tied right now. We are tied right now with 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. I just want to say this tonight. As we can see, it's emotion out there. Our band is out there. Mr. Thompson, shout out to our Germantown High School marching band. But as we head back out on the field now, just to see it tonight, I feel like it's animosity on both sides. But I feel like it's more honed in for Germantown. It's homecoming. There's a lot going on here tonight, and our minds are in a lot of different places. But I feel like if we lock in, we make the correct decisions, and we take care of that ball, and we do what Coach Gene said, it's our eyes. I'm starting to see where he's saying when he talks about making sure he's sharpening those eyes. We're making silly mistakes that we need to capitalize on their mistakes, but instead it's the other way around.
I mean, homecoming always brings out a lot, that nervous energy. Like I said in the opener, you never want to lose on homecoming, so it's just a lot of nervous energy out early in the first.
It's 4th and 10 for Central. It seems like they're going to punt the ball to Germantown from the 40-yard line. Ball is snapped, short snap, and it goes up and it drops right into, and we drop it, and Bean picks it up and he recovers it at about the 26-yard line. Very scary, very scary.
Bean dropped it and picked it right back up. I want to look back at that for just a moment. As we can see, the ball is up. Once it's up, Bean, it actually fell right in the middle of Bean's lap. And then Bean realizes that it wasn't where he thought it was, and he immediately goes back and gets that ball back for Germantown. Sophomore Jordan Shelton, quarterback, is now making his way back on the field from receiving the play from the coach.
I mean, if anybody's ever played kick returner or punt returner, it is one of the most hardest positions to play. Not only are you just trying to track the ball and not get laid out onto the grass, you're also looking into bright lights, which is never good for 20/20 vision. I mean, I know I'm blind, and I cannot look into those bright lights.
Like Shelton drops back, and he is looking, and he throws it. and it seems like Bean gets hit in the backfield, loss of yards. There's second and 13 to go for Germantown.
Yep, I mean, just a 7-10 step drop back, tried to go for the quarterback there. He luckily took his check down, and his check down really didn't have anywhere to go. I'm confused on why the step back was so long and so prolonged. I mean, it should have been 3 to 5 if he's going to be under center, but he took just about 10 steps, and that ultimately allowed number 77 for Central to get at the quarterback and ultimately break up that play.
Second and 13 here for Germantown. Seems like they're going to go heavy formation on the right side of the field this time. Seems like he fakes it, and it is seems like a false start on offense. So it pushes Germantown back 5 yards. Second and 18 to go for Germantown.
So I just want to say this here. Looking at this now, Dylan. I mean, I want you to tell me. Speaking to our offensive, comparing to the last game, our defensive was our problem. When we look back at our offense now, we're seeing a couple of silly mistakes here now. We're looking at Coach Dean. He's excited about the game, but he's recognizing those silly mistakes.
I mean, as you can see, we're trying to go up the gap here, and another great defensive line stop from this front line of Central. But I mean, there's nothing. I'm pretty sure that'll be the premise of this conversation as we see number 7, Larry Johnson, hanging his shoulder down. Doesn't seem to be very happy about that. Not sure if he pulled a muscle or dislocated his shoulder or anything like that, but that is not a good sight to see, as he was the only player for the Germantown offense to push any offensive forward. And without him in this game, it seems to be a very tough go late in this first quarter.
And we can't, to be honest with you, we really cannot risk anyone else off the field. Not tonight.
Right, third and long for Germantown. They're going with 2 backs in the backfield. They give it to Taylor. Taylor, he makes one miss, and he is great fight there, but it's not enough. Only about a 5-yard gain there.
Yep, just not enough there. The D-line for both teams are playing exceptionally well, and as you can see, number 77 blows up the screen pass, and then you see number 1 supporting number 77 right there and wrapping them down, bringing them down. Great ankle tackle there. I think that's an underrated tackle for a lot of players for the defensive line. If they can't catch them, they just bring them down by the feet and wrap them down to finish up the play.
Right now, fourth and long for Germantown. Seems like they're going to have to punt the ball here. Shelton will punt the ball from their own 22-yard line. Oh, seems like we have another flag on the play.
And I want to talk about, Germantown has always been a second chance team. I like to call them a second chance team. Coach Dean always mentions that once we come out after halftime, that it's a different Germantown on the field. Even if we're winning, even if we're losing, even if it's tied right now, it's always after halftime. We're a second half team, and we always come out with the win at that second half.
But that's not always what you want to do. Sometimes you shoot yourself in the foot if you cannot come back in that second half. It's always, then if you lose the game, it's always going to be, man, it could have been if we played well in that first half. You want to be able to put 4 quarters of good football together. As we see, we muffed the punt, and it looks like it will be a safety if he cannot get out of the end zone. And they bring him down. It looks like to be in their opposing end zone, and Central will tack on some more points.
Let's look back at that for just a moment, Dylan.
Seemed like it was a high snap there.
Yeah, high snap there. And honestly, Shelton tried to make a play, tried to make a way out of no way, and ultimately, I mean, the Warriors are they're on it right now. They're playing phenomenal defense. I mean, not allowing anything to get executed on the offensive end. And now special teams is taking a hit, and it's getting very dark very early.